What, what it is, good YouTube universe. Fizzleman, one Fizzleman signing in like always. We clocking in for this 4 p.m. game here in this week 9 matchup here in this 4 p.m. primetime action. We here on this Sunday football. We got the Dolphins at the Cardinals. We here in Madden Stars. We compare the real life superstars you see in front of you and also the game that is virtualized in a video game. Get me? So more like we here making this life be real is based off of you seeing that we here in Fizzleman Picks Lounge and Fizzleman Picks the Miami Dolphins to take this W, just because Miami Dolphins is a highlighted player based off, as you can read the title, this is Ronnie and the Dolphins. Ronnie Ray is our creative player we got here in our we call unique show called Madden Stars. And going more across, Ronnie's gonna take a place on the field coming back from like weeks that we haven't been here. First game based off of that. That's why, based off of how Madden Stars go, it's just based off of the highlighted players and how they show as we watch weeks of football in prime time here, prime time action here, brought to you by Fizz and Friends Gaming, EA Sports, and YouTube. We lit. So as that go be said, let's make this matchup be going to another level. And this game, as I saying, I'm picking the Dolphins. The Dolphins is actually a team that is actually accurate in real life, and in this is just a only thing different. They have Ronnie. So Ronnie is a creative player who is a female. Boom. With the Cardinals, like I said, the same. It's a good matchup. It's the same matchup what we saw in real life. Two Heisman winners. And like that, the fans, and look, and it's us against the world. The overall, if you don't know, it's us against the world. So like that, you already know who we rocking with. 305, my hometown. We lit. Hey.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they're in their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4. This is Jakeem Grant. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins now taking the field, led by the 5th overall pick back in April out of Alabama. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now the former Washington Husky. Here's Myles Gaskin. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Jalen Thompson on the
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. Our 2 quarterbacks in this one certainly have a history together. They finished 1-2 in the Heisman voting in 2018 with Murray getting the award, but it was Tua who got the last laugh when his Crimson Tide beat Murray's Sooners 45-34 on their way to a national championship. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Devon Kennard in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Cardinals coming out led by Kyler Murray, the offensive rookie of the year a season ago, and back for more here in year number 2.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. After the turnover, here's Murray sliding out of the pocket. Murray, strong running. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, Murray. Fitzgerald on the slant. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Rolling to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 11-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to...
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
So that first quarter touchdown does much more than just give them momentum. I mean, this is probably going to go a long way towards erasing what's gone down with them in the last couple of games where they lost both of them.
Yeah, they were struggling going into the open week. Maybe that open week came at a good time.
Sometimes you just have to get away, right? I wonder if they just took the whole philosophy of take the week, get out of here, let's come back and regroup fresh.
And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own 27.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
That keeps the score. Cardinals 7, Dolphins nothing.
Disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss, because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. Kenyon Drake certainly kind of a little more keyed up for this one. Remember, he was traded by the Dolphins to the Cardinals at midseason last year in the middle of the Dolphins restructuring, shall we say. And in 3.5 years in South Florida, Drake ran for better than 1,500 yards with 15 total touchdowns. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Taken down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Murray's pass intended for number.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Andy Lee on to kick it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd down, Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
And 5 yards to go.
And that will be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Fourth down.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. They're going to try and throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of
nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. On the crossing route, complete. That's Parker. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
7.
That one a first down pickup of 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 36. 12 yards there and a first down.
12.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals 26.
The ball carrier.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Thought they'd run the football there on 3rd and inches. Decided to try to pass it, and obviously it did not pay off.
Yeah, that is conventional wisdom. You don't have far to go to pick up the first down. I wonder if they overthought it a little bit. Thought maybe they'd catch him napping and get a big play over the top. Instead, the sack occurred.
Jordan Howard unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Drake. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That's good for a Cardinal.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Drake. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Now a draw play with Drake. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
The ball carrier.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try.
A 25-yard attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. And he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 8 yards out. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
Zane Gonzalez lining up for the extra point.
It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Here's Gaskin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
46-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now. That's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, here's Tua. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devon Kennard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
3rd and long.
Play action, now it's Tua. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. Tua on 4th down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far as we see here on your screen.
They may have to drop coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him. But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards.
Baker in on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
3 brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
For a Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On the handoff, it's Gasket. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Dolphin ball carrier.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
They didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now a dump off here complete, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. Coming up at halftime. time, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando. The coach, he'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Tua's throw to find his running back, Breida. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete to Matt Breida.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Murray now on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's 2nd down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Murray. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 to 1st.
For a Cardinals.
Murray now on 1st down. Steps away. Now he'll pull it down. And some room to roam now. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yeah.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove. They're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 28 yards on that one. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
That thing over your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a friend.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. On the return, here's Edmonds. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on first down is Murray. And Daniels has it over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Edmonds. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 42.
That's good for a Cardinals.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
He'll buy some time right. So now he's going to use his legs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Draw play, Edmonds. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, Why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Williams. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Right back to Drake. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there, now 3rd and 14. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Murray rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
The 8-yard line.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Kyler Murray with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Complete to Miles Gaskin.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And that's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
Drake on the handoff.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
To the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 7.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll run with Drake. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Out to his and a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Edmonds, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cards continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by the Chase Edmonds touchdown run. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Miami set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
At the 10-yard line.
Murray now. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chase Edmonds. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
That'll be complete to Breida. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Kyle Van Noy on the tackle. It's a gain of 4.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now from Murray. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. 2 and now on first down. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And now it's second down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
The pass. He was taken down by Chandler Jones.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first down, Drake. He's got the first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brings up 2nd and
running, it's Drake. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Kenyon Drake.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals add on. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of the credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Miami set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Not much there, only a yard.
1-yard gain. Brings up
the last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for
the Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been stymied left and right. Converted only 1 time. This is 3rd and 9.
Yards to go.
And it's caught by Parker. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, You tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
The 27-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play action. Now it's Tua. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The kick is good. Makes the score.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
3rd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Drake, and down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
Emmanuel Ogbah brought him down. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Again, they run with Edmonds. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 41 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Today's final score,
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cards, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.